Hello everyone and welcome back to Crypto Bradley YT and welcome back to another crypto video, and today we're going to be doing an update on Bitcoin and Ethereum again. So basically Bitcoin on the 45-minute chart, we are currently in a bearish flag pattern. Like I said in yesterday's video, just make sure if you haven't watched yesterday's video, make sure you go and check that out first. Obviously then you'll understand what I'm going to be saying now basically. But in yesterday's video I did say that we could be breaking through $19,900, retesting $19,400, which we have done, and we have obviously just broke through this. So we are now sitting around $19,383. So obviously we are in a bearish flag pattern as well. So if we do break towards the downside, we could be retesting $19,000. So let's just go through this right now. So obviously Bitcoin on the 45-minute chart, we are in this bearish flag pattern here. So that's our flag pattern. I didn't select that, so there we go. If we do the this red candle here, place it to the bottom of this bearish flag pattern, we could potentially be breaking through the $19,000 level of support for Bitcoin, and we could be heading towards $18,800. If we do break below this on the 45-minute chart and close below this bearish flag pattern, we could be reaching around $18,800 for Bitcoin. As you can see, we have obviously ticked bearish here in the last few hours on the RSI as well. So that's why we are obviously heading towards the downside. So obviously if we do break through, we are heading down towards 18,800. If we break towards the upside, it will be this green candle here, which is obviously not that much, but obviously we could be retesting the support up here of around $19,900. Not really sure what's happening, obviously because of the inflation and things like that. Obviously this is quite bearish for Bitcoin potentially, so we could be heading a lot further down, but obviously only time will tell. So obviously keep up to date with it, make sure you do your research as well, just to see what's happening with Bitcoin before you buy it. And obviously be careful if you are leverage trading as well. It's quite a volatile moment for Bitcoin still, and we are still in extreme fear as well, so just be careful what you're doing. Make sure you take extra caution as well. Just keep an eye out, alright? Just make sure you don't lose money basically. Let's head towards the hourly chart for Bitcoin. If we look at the hourly chart, it's the same thing. We are in a bearish flag pattern here, and obviously we are still trading sideways in this bearish flag pattern. If we obviously break it down, so let's just see to make sure the candle's the same. Yeah, the candle's still the same, so we could still be hitting around $18,800 if we do break below this bearish flag pattern on the hourly chart. And obviously if we break towards the upside, we could be basically coming up to be retesting $19,900. And obviously in the last few hours, probably in the last 1 to 3 hours, we have ticked bearish on the RSI. So obviously we could head further towards the downside to around $18,800. That seems quite likely at this moment in time. If we head towards the 4-hourly chart, we are in a bearish flag pattern, but it's not a confirmed flag pattern just yet. Only until this candle here closes. Once this candle closes, that is a confirmed bearish flag pattern for us. So obviously it's confirmed on the 45-minute and the 1-hourly. Obviously it's not quite confirmed yet on the 4-hourly. If it's confirmed on the 4-hourly, the drop towards the downside will be a lot further. So it'll be this red candle here still, but we could be dropping all the way down to around $18,500, and potentially at that point we might get more selling pressure. We might get more selling pressure once we hit that $18,500. So we might end up heading further towards the downside to retest this support level here of $18,000. If we look at the upside potential on this, it will be this green candle here, which basically means that we could be retesting and hopefully breaking through this resistance level here of $19,900. If we head towards the daily chart, as you can see, we are obviously heading towards the downside, and we are heading towards this support here of $19,000. I did say this in yesterday's video. I do feel like that this may happen, but it might not be all that bad, to be quite honest. Obviously, if you watched my last couple of videos, let me just get rid of these, I'm trying to talk at the same time. So basically, if I zoom out a little bit here, I basically said, obviously just ignore all these white lines here. Obviously this is obviously on the small time frames, but basically, if you watched yesterday's video, I said that we were in a double top pattern here. So this is the double top. So basically a W pattern, which obviously is the same bottom and the same top. So obviously we didn't break through towards the upside for this, but I do feel like we are in a triple top pattern, and it can still play out. So obviously we've made this double top pattern here, and we've now come back down, like I said in yesterday's video. So I'm hoping once we hit that $19,000 support, we could hopefully bounce back off and head towards this resistance level here of $21,800. Once we do that, we just need to break through this neckline here of this bullish pattern. This is a bullish pattern, just so you know. Once we break towards the upside of this resistance level here, which is called the neckline of this pattern, we could be heading up towards around $25,100. Obviously, that's if that does play out. I did preempt it, and I was kind of I basically thought that this pattern could play out, but obviously we won't know until basically in like another week's time. So basically, just after the weekend, we may see if we are basically creating this pattern. But this is obviously my assumption. Obviously, don't trade going off of what I'm saying, because it may well not happen. We could be breaking towards the downside from this support level, like I said earlier. If you break towards the downside of that 4-hourly chart of the bearish flag pattern, we could be coming back down to around $18,800, which will then mean that we will be breaking out of this triple bottom pattern here. So just be very careful, make sure you keep an eye on the charts if you are trading, and just be very cautious. If we look at Ethereum, Ethereum's basically the same thing. This is the 45-minute chart. We are in a bearish flag pattern here on Ethereum. So this is the bearish flag pattern. It's not the neatest, but you get the gist of it. Basically, this this red candle here would be our downside potential, which would basically mean that we'll be coming down to around $1,000, potentially hitting that $997 level. But obviously we are trading sideways at this moment in time, so obviously we're not sure on what's actually happening. But as you can see on the RSI in the last few hours, just like Bitcoin, we have ticked bearish on the RSI. That's why we have been getting that downside action. So let's head towards the 1 hourly. If we look at the 1 hourly, basically it's the same thing. We are in a bearish flag pattern as well. Let's just make sure the red candle is the same. Yes, it is. Basically, the downside potential would be, yeah, around $1,000. If we look at the upside potential would be this green candle here. So which would basically mean that we'll be basically breaking through this resistance level here of $1,050 and potentially coming up to around $1,066, and then hopefully coming up to around $1,070 if we do break towards the upside of this bearish flag pattern on the hourly chart. And obviously, as you can see, we did tick bearish on the RSI, but we could be bouncing back up and ticking bullish on the RSI, which could mean that we could be coming back up to the top here, but who knows, we will see. Just keep an eye on the charts. If we look at the 4 hourly, the 4 hourly is the same as Bitcoin basically. Let's just remove that. So basically the bearish flag pattern on the 4 hourly hasn't actually been confirmed yet. It's not confirmed until this candle here next to the next to the flagpole of the bearish flag. As soon as this green candle here closes, that's a confirmed bearish flag pattern. So if we look towards if we look for the downside potential, it'll be this red candle here. That would mean that Ethereum would be coming down pretty far. So basically we should be coming down, breaking through support of $997 and coming down to around $978. If we look at the upside potential will be this this green candle here, and then that would mean that we'll be coming up and potentially breaking through this resistance level here of $1,071 and going up to around $174. So obviously don't take note of this just yet. Obviously it looks like a bearish flag pattern, and it will be, but it's not actually confirmed until this next candle here closes. So obviously just keep an eye out for that. If we look at the daily chart, sorry that I'm getting things mixed up, but I'm pretty knackered tonight, hence why I'm muddling up my words. But as you can see here, the triple bottom pattern is also still still in play for Ethereum and Bitcoin, because if you look at this, this is the bottom. Basically, that support level here is the bottom of the triple bottom pattern. I said that all in one without basically without messing it up. So yeah, obviously the triple bottom pattern can potentially still play out. If we get rid of this, actually no, there's no point. So this is the line that I actually drew yesterday, and we've literally hit that to a T pretty much. But basically, it was a double bottom pattern. I did say that we should be hopefully breaking through this resistance level here and heading towards the upside to around $1,522 for Ethereum, but that did not happen. We got rejected and obviously come back down towards the downside. But like I said, it still means that we could potentially get a triple bottom pattern. So this is the double pattern. If we hit down here, hit back, and then start going back up, and then we could reach the neckline again, and then hopefully head towards the upside. And then the upside potential would be around $1,523 for Ethereum. Obviously on the daily as well, we have obviously tick bearish on the RSI. So if this does close on the daily, and we do tick bearish, then we could be coming back down to around $996 for Ethereum. And sort of that's about it really. So for Ethereum at this moment in time, we could reach around $990, but I expect at that point hopefully we would get bought back up and then head towards the upside, towards the neckline. That is obviously ideal for me, but we will obviously see what happens. I hope you enjoyed the video. This is it for today. Make sure you go and check out the previous video as well, just to obviously see what I said about Bitcoin and Ethereum, about the triple bottom pattern and my thoughts on it basically. Make sure you slap that like button. Make sure you subscribe as well. I did just get a new subscriber. I'm not sure who you are, but thank you for subscribing. I do really appreciate it. It does help the channel a lot. I've been stuck on 24 subscribers for quite a while, so it's quite nice to get an extra subscriber. But this is what I'm here for. This is why I still make these videos, even if I'm absolutely knackered after work. But it is what it is. We just still need to get these videos out. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you on the next one. I'll be posting tomorrow. Peace.